Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Frank Mularcik, and in this video I'm going to be doing a brief Python tutorial where I just go over this online IDE that I'm using called Repl.it, and just show you some of the features. And one of the new features that they've kind of changed up how it works is what they call environment variables, and we'll show you how those work basically to keep your API keys and other sensitive info private when you're using this development environment that is public and online. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So originally they had this .env files that you could use, basically like they say here, to store your secret information. But as I note at the top here, it's basically been deprecated and it no longer works in favor of the new environment variables feature. So basically what that does is it allows you to add individual environment variables themselves, and it's not really in a separate file, it's just a separate thing. So I'll show you how that works here. And the example we're going to actually use for this is to make some, example trades or paper trades in my Alpaca account, which is basically just a paper trading account that you can interact with via the API. So this is basically the account. I think I've at some point bought some shares at various points of Apple just when I was messing around with it. I haven't really done anything with it, but that's what we're going to do, and we're going to execute a few trades, or at least queue a few trades, because it's outside of market hours right now, and we're going to show you how that works and show you some of the different features. So this is what REPL looks like, and we have our main file here, and the first thing we're going to do is import Alpaca Trade API. And the interesting thing here is that REPL actually imports these libraries that you use automatically. You can go over here and import them manually if you want to, but sometimes that doesn't work too well. So normally I just let it import it on its own and let it do its thing there. And then we're going to import OS as well, because we need that for the environment variables. And for the paper trading, we're going to access a URL basically when we connect to this API. So we're just going to set that as the base URL. And if we go over here and look right here at Alpaca keys or API keys, we can just get this endpoint, and it's now copied into our clipboard, and we can paste it there. So that's just the base URL. And then we're going to just create an instance of the actual API. So we're going to do API equals trade API dot rest. And then here we have to pass our keys, our secret keys in. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And if we go back to our Alpaca page here, it just shows us our API key. We need to see the secret key as well, and the only way to get that is to regenerate the key. So I'm just going to do that right now, and then it's going to show us those two. So I'm going to get the secret key first. If I just click on it, it copies it to the clipboard, and then you go over here to the left here, it says secrets environment variables. You just click on that, and then you just give the key a name. So we're going to call it API, or we'll call it secret key, secret underscore key, and then you put the value in there, and then add new secret. And then we are going to go here and get the API key and copy that one, and then we're going to create another one real quick called just key, and then we're going to put that value in there, add new secret. And then basically what you do, it gives you kind of steps on basically on what language you're using, but you just use this little thing here, which is basically os.environ, and then you pass the key name, sort of like you're using a dictionary, which is sort of interesting. So we're just going to pass these individually, and we first want to pass the regular key. So we're going to do os.environ, and then we're going to put the regular key in there first, and then we're going to put that secret key, and then we need the base URL, base, and then we need the API version, which is just a v2. So we're going to pass that as well. And then I think that should be it. We just have this extra little parenthesis there. We'll get rid of that. And then let's see what's wrong with that. Undefined named, oh, I forgot OS. Okay, that should work. And then we're just going to go in here and submit an order. So we're going to do API.submit underscore order. And there's a few things we have to enter into this order. So the first thing is obviously the symbol of what we want to order. So we're going to do symbol, and we'll just do Apple again. That one's an easy one. And then the Next one we want is quantity, so we're just going to say 10 shares. And the next parameter is called side, and what that is it's saying buy or sell, so we want to buy. And then type is the next one we need, which is, you know, market order or a limit order or whatever. So we're just going to do a market order for simplicity. And then the last one we need here is just time in force, and we're just going to say GTC, which is good till closed. And so then what we can do here is we can actually assign this order to a variable, call it order, and then we can print out the order that we did there and see what happens with that. And with that, we should be good to run it, and it will take a little bit because it's going to have to automatically import these libraries here, as I said before, so I'll come back when it's done. So it actually took a few minutes to install these packages, so it took a few minutes to run this script, but normally I'll show you it runs pretty quickly since it doesn't have to install those every single time, and it's actually located over here. You can see that it has this package installed within this sort of file, which is pretty cool. So if we run it again, actually first let's look over here, and we can see that we have this new order that was just submitted a few minutes ago right here for Apple. And then if we go over here, you can see, you know, the printout of the order. So I'll just run it again real quick. It should just take a few seconds and we'll see how that looks. And yeah, it's done there already, so that's pretty cool. And then also, if we go here and just comment this out real quick, what you can see is that we can actually cancel our orders, and we can just say api.cancel all orders, I think is the function there, and then we can just run that, and then it should just cancel all those orders that we had queued up in the Alpaca app there. And that's finished up pretty quickly, and we can look here and see all these orders that we had are canceled now, which is pretty cool. So if you do have, you know, any questions about REPL or Python or anything, definitely ask them in the comments below. I would be happy to make a video on it if I can, and if I can help you guys out, because if someone has that question, I'm sure other people are wondering, and other people would be wondering on YouTube and would like to find this video. So I actually made another video about REPL in the past where I went into how you can run a script on a Flask server within REPL and then sort of have that running forever. So I'll leave a link to that right up here if you guys want to check that out. I think that was a pretty good video and would be awesome for you guys to watch. And I just wanted to thank you guys for watching to the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one.